Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Quest VI. Today, we're gonna be taking Prince Howard all the way to Howcastle, all the way to the Hallowed Hollow in order to undergo the Rite of Purification. And now that he's done trying to run away from us, it's time to actually move on with things by heading on down here. So let's go inside. Yeah, you see here, he's not running away anymore, so that's nice. So now, in this dungeon, let's see, we've got slightly more powerful monsters to deal with than what we've been handling for random encounters recently. They're not deadly or dangerous by any stretch of the imagination, but they are more powerful than the weak crap we've been fighting so far. So just keep that in mind in case you get yourself surprised by something. Or they could just fight the undentured servants, which are the same as what we've been fighting so far. Ooh, Dojo Master. And Amos got to Archbishop, which is the second highest rank. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, we're closing in on our next job levels. Let's see. In here is a chain whip, which I think some of our party members can equip, but probably not Millie, who would be the one to benefit the most out of it. Yup. Sure, we'll give it to Ashlyn. Why not? Now she can have a chain whip and literally nothing else. That did not sound good at all. Okay, so here we have a particularly pesky combination of enemies to deal with. Let's see. The mud mannequins can drain your MP with a special kind of dance. So I want to make sure that at least that they get removed first. Likewise, the Argoyle is also kind of painful to deal with, just because it's the Argoyle, which we've dealt with before. Now, the good news, so then the last enemy they have here is the Wayward Armor, which they can use a special ability called Body Slam, which removes 80% of your, which deals damage equal to 80% of your max HP. And that's just about as damaging as it can possibly be. So, in order to counteract that, we want to use Fuddle against them. The Fuddle spell or the Fuddle dance, either one will work, so will the Lucida Shard. So, there we go. Once you deal with that, then the rest of the fight kind of becomes trivial. You can also do that against the Slumbering Rams. I haven't shown that off yet. They're susceptible to Fuddle as well. Let's see. We could probably save on your MP. We have a lot of magic waters, but it's probably a good idea anyway. So there we go. Let's see, we want to go this way, I believe. Yes. Let's see, the Stinkerbell is the natural evolution to a lot of the magic-using enemies we've seen before. Let's see. Somewhere around here. Let's just use lightning. It's powerful. Apparently not that powerful, damn. There we go. Yeah, you see there, Ashlyn and Amos are like basically neck and neck for priest regression, which is nice. Okay, so in this fight, "Oh, you of royal blood, fight me and prove your worth. Tested, you must be tested." The first test. So, now this guy is kind of annoying to deal with if you're playing the remix version. If you're playing the Super Nintendo version, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but your party members actually have resistances that are innate to that character. Millie happens to be completely immune to Fuddle in that version. But in this game, we're not so lucky. Now, this guy likes to use Fuddle Dance, and he spams the ever-loving crap out of it over and over and over again. And he will keep doing that as much as he wants to. So what I'm going to do is, he has no resistance to Knuckle Sandwich, so I'm going to start with that first before we start doing the Focus Strength Knuckle Sandwiches, because if I do that, I run the risk of accidentally killing someone on my own team, in case one of the boys gets confused. And then we're going to use Ka-Buff, and just spam that over and over and over again, so that our own attacks don't completely annihilate us. Us mostly safe for this fight. You also cast Frizz, Bang, and Whoosh. Alternatively, if you want to. Yeah, he's there. Just everyone's happy to use, which is fantastic. He has resistance to Sap, and his enemies like else, crap, Sap, heal, Band and Ice Breath, Sandwich. And you don't want to. We sleep over the chest on the right. Yeah. So you can. Yeah, he's there. So, ow. So, let's see. You can use Band on him, but I recommend you use that, because if you do cast Band on him, directly using his abilities, I counter you by spamming Inferno Breath for 8 damage on your target party, and you can die very quickly. So, don't put Band on him. Do not, or he'll kill you. Oh boy, place the boys out. At least our attackers out. It's more annoying than it's actually difficult. I would like to get more Ka-Buffs out, initially, but Millie and Bond both have to use multi so, in all, finally, free from suffering. And yeah, Prince Howard seems to have disappeared. Fortunately, we can tell exactly where he is, because he's literally on screen. I guess it's kind of hypocritical for me to be using Fuddle Dance like this, after being so annoyed by it earlier. You didn't seriously think I'd run away, did you? The thought of it. No, I was merely beating a tactical retreat, and leaving the fighting to you. I knew you'd be devastated if anything befell me, so I thought it best to step aside. Now then, Carver, let us be on our way. Royal Rite of Purification, here we come. Never mind the fact that you weren't actually doing anything. Okay, I'll cool off, Millie. Okay, so now let's head on deeper inside the Hallowed Hollow. Ooh. Oh, that's actually not very good. We just got a rank up for Millie where she learned Kerplunk Dance, which I believe lets her exchange her life to resurrect other party members. It's not particularly a safe move to use. It's good for an emergency where everyone else is dead except for Millie, but, well, it kills Millie, so yeah. Let's see. This room over here, we want to go this way. Yes, this way. And get that chest over there. This is part of the reason why I trained Ashlyn to be a priest in the first place, is so that she can do that crap for us. And so we can collect mini medal number 21, 22, 21. Excellent. Let's see. We now want to go down here. Okay, so we've all healed up. There is another trial waiting for us here, so let's take them on. Second test time. Let's see, this guy, he starts the fight with bounce on him, so don't cast a spell on him or it'll reflect back onto you. Okay, so for this one, what we want to do here is... So it turns out that this boss is actually susceptible to being stunned. He also has a little bit of resistance to Knuckle Sandwich and Frizz, Bang, and Fire Breath, and a lot of resistance to a lot of the other elements. But if you can get him stunned, then this fight kind of becomes a bit of a cakewalk. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have Carver focus on Knuckle Sandwich, I'm going to have Rex also focus on Knuckle Sandwich, I'm going to have one focus on Howie, he can get for a lot of damage, he also has skills and monster strength, which is a pretty good combination of alive again, so that's no good, but you'll probably be fine if you can get everyone, and then you can have, let's see what it's called, Soul Dance. There, Soul Dance. Again, try something. You gotta take a shot at just off that, so it can be now, get it, but that's fine. Where's the healing you? There's so many spells, I can't keep track of them all. Okay, now, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. He has concentrated too, so, yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, I'm going to try to leg, and we'll get Ron back on his feet in just a little bit. That was lovely. Yeah, no sandwich, and I'm just going to leg helping. I thought I could do it, but she just didn't. could alternatively train mages in levels of to teach them how to use the suite, but pretty much that. And we'll find that you could cast Spiritual on him, but he doesn't use it, so I'm better off spending one healed. Let's see. You can actually Soul Gets work. It was all eyes. Oh yeah, it bounces up, but that's fine now. Well, I've not seen Soul Gets actually work yet, so I'm wondering if that's actually a thing. I feel like to. Let's see how chance does. Let's get a turn on us. Where is it? There's the heal. Fortunately, we can't summon him, he's just keep going after Bond, so. Actually, he's set this up yet. There we go. Shit, I was almost half. Okay, yes. Okay, I just want to back down. Well, I think it's one of the few, at least this game, that I think is just unfair. Like, say what you will, like, just putting one of your members to sleep and you don't use that person for a fight, just fuck off. That's, I think that's fine in terms of compatibility. And no one just also uses the sniping person who stunned him. That's not again. Howard is not too far away from here, so there we go. I like to imagine he jumped into the water and swam onto this side. Or something equally ridiculous. Oh yeah, he's doing us a nice praise there. We kinda deserve it. Even that I don't care that there's a metal slime here. I'm done with encounters right now. I'd like to actually move on with this episode. Anyway, there is once more another door over here that we can go through. So let's head on right through. Now in here, you can see there's the final trial, but if we go down this way, we have 3 treasure chests here. Let's peep at this one a little bit. Ah, yes. That one is a trap. There's a candy box in that one. This one has mini metal number 22. Yes, 22. And this one has an iron cuirass, which is not as good. Okay, so let's see. Game? Oh, it's the mud mannequins. Of course it is. Okie dokie. Let's see. Let's go for a quick little handy heal haul. Okay, everyone's up at full. Okay. So for this fight, I want to grab a magic water or 2 out of my inventory because we might need some. Alright. Now, once you're ready, it's time for the 3rd and final test. Oh, it looks like a unicorn. So, the main gimmick of this boss is that it has a pseudo-fixed AI script, but it always attacks twice. So it'll always open with an attack, or open with Kasap, and then do some sort of an attack, and then so on and so forth. Unless it's already drained your defense all the way to the bottom, then it'll start hitting you with attacks twice per round. Now, especially with Kasap up, it will hit you like a truck, and that's no good. So for this, what you want to do is you either want to use double-edged slash or just your standard physical attacks, since he has a really high resistance to knuckle sandwich, and I'm actually going to use falcon slash for this. For your attackers, and then you want to have Navon either heal people or focus on Kabuff, and then you want Millie to pretty much use Kabuff to the exclusion of all else. You see here, he's actually fast enough to get off his first ability, and then use his Lightning Strike. Fortunately, that's about as close to not dangerous as this fight could have gotten, for this round anyway. Mostly because sometimes he'll open with that and attack, and then someone's just gonna die, but that's fine. Let's see. Navon's probably gonna die on this one. Also, if you manage to fill it, it has pretty consistent to it. If you manage to fill it, it will start attacking twice per round instead. Actually, why don't you multi-fist and use Falcon Slash to have that? Let's see. Why don't you Kabuff? No. You both need to heal each other. So heal yourself, and you just have to get yourself. You want to try to keep people as close to over at least 90 as you can. Like, that was the absolute best possible round you could have had for that fight. So Bound basically reflects the next spell cast on him back at the party, but we won't cast spells on him because I don't care. So it's not too difficult to actually win. It's just really hard to keep everyone, breathing because it hits so hard. There is his strong attack, which would do a lot more against someone else. But Carver's resilience is really high right now, especially with the buff stat. Let's see. One doesn't actually have enough HP, so remember we'll try to keep everyone above 100 actually is satisfiable. So, yeah. Nuts. Nuts! Let's see. He's got 1300 HP, so we're bringing on him a little bit here. Let's see. You. No. Mid heal yourself, and staff against Millie, and hopefully you'll be able to keep us alive for a little bit longer here. Whew! That was close. That could have killed the bot if I was lucky. Okay, let's see. Let's have you. No, let's have you cast one final buff just to heal out, and then I want to have you start healing. Rex is getting a little close under there. Yeah, we're fine. Nice. Of course, got everyone. He's doing it twice. Oh, that's pretty bad. Unfortunately, we're capable of doing it twice too, so. Oh, he's really mixing it up now. Almost time. I'm feeling close. I gave the magic waters out because there's a risk we have of running out of MP with how much we've been burning on all these spells. If you don't have magic waters, then avoid casting while you're in this dungeon. We're so close, I can feel it. There we go. And that's it. So now, let's head inside here. Oh, there's a priest down here. Wow, what a coward. I suppose I don't have much of a choice. We've come all this way after all. Well, I've said it before, and I'm sure I'll be saying it again. Who would be a prince? It's freezing! Are you trying to kill me? How long must I stand here? More? Right, that's surely long enough. The rite is at an end. You have been purified. Come, you may now leave the water. Does it really have to be so cold? You have passed through the royal rite of purification. As proof of your passage to manhood, allow me to present you with this. What do I get? What do I get? Prince Howard, you have proven yourself worthy to ascend to the throne of Howcastle. Go there now with your head held high. I don't need to be told twice. Come on, Carver. This cave's been tons of fun, but my kingdom awaits. I think I've been frozen solid, though. You may have to drag me home. Do not use evac yet. Talk to Prince Howard and get him to join the party. Then you can cast evac. If you don't do it that way, you'll have to walk through the entire dungeon just to get back here all over again. Which sucks. But anyway, now we can just zoom back to Howcastle. Now that he's safely with us and purified just as he wanted to be. Father, I have returned. And how did you fare, my boy? It'll take more than a dank cave and a few monsters to rattle the Prince of Howcastle. I enjoyed it so much I brought back a souvenir. Behold the proof of passage. I say, you made your old father a very happy man. I'm proud of you, son. You are more than fit to follow in my footsteps. You're a worthy heir to the throne of Howcastle. In fact, I see no sense in waiting around. If you feel up to it, you can succeed me right away. Please, Father, let us not be hasty. I still have much to learn. There are a lot of weapon training sessions that I need to catch up on for a start. My dear little Howie is quite right, of course. The time is not yet right for my little buttercup to ascend the throne. I suppose you're right. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've still got a fair bit of ruling to do before I can hand over the reins to young Howie. There's only one thing to do at times like these, and that's hold a rip-roaring banquet, with a side order of rollicking and roistering. Carver, I trust you and your companions will sup with us? Chancellor, guards, I want a banquet, and I want it now! It's my banquet, and I need it now! That night, a sumptuous banquet was held in honor of Prince Howard of Howcastle. And then morning came. Good morning, folks. It's time to rise and shine. King Howell has prepared a small token of his gratitude. He requests that you join him right away. Let's go talk to the king, because it's a very important treasure for us to get our hands on right at this moment. Carver, you and your courageous companions have fulfilled every expectation I had of you, and then some. My son has finally put his lily-livered, weak-willed days behind him and is ready to stand on his own 2 feet. Now, regarding rewarding you for your adventures and endeavors, there are a fair few royal riches we keep stored down in Hallowed Hollow. Would I be right in thinking you might have already pocketed a few of them? Well, yes, I did. You might want to get the canna box looked at, though. I admire your honesty. In my wild youth, I would have done just the same. Anyway, all the treasure in that cave now belongs to you. Go ahead and fill your boots. I've got a feeling some of it will come in very handy. I speak on the whole kingdom of Howcastle when I thank you for your efforts. Anytime you want to come back and see us, you'll be more than welcome. I know Prince Howard will be over the moon to see you. Hang on just a second. There's something that almost slipped my mind. And we get the magic key. If you've seen any red doors around, the magic key is capable of opening them. Still can't do anything about the jail doors, but that's fine. You'll find that you can use it down in the cave to the south as well as in other locations. If memory serves me correctly, there's a small shrine in the southwest of the castle. Well, it's not much of a shrine, more of a well, really. Anyway, I'm pretty confident that you'll be able to try out your new magic key if you head there. I wish you luck in your ongoing quest of self-discovery. I dearly wish I could tag along. You help my son take a huge step towards fulfilling his destiny. You'll always have my gratitude. With a magic key, we can actually get something right here in Howcastle, right now. If you head on over back to Prince Howie's room, he's over here chatting and, sure. Yeah, this kingdom's going straight to hell. But if you see these red doors over here, now that we have the magic key, we could just open them straight up, come over here, and collect Midi Medal number 23. Or at least I think that's Midi Medal 23. Yeah, I'm still right. We'll be doing stuff with those Midi Medals soon enough. Greetings and salutations, fellow travelers. So you made use of the magic key. Marvelous. I sat aside my gloopy steed and rode for many leagues to fulfill my destiny and serve the Prince of Howcastle. And what does he do? He locks me up like a common criminal. Is that any way to treat the valiant Gawain? But I see that you eye me with suspicion. Please put down your weapons, I beseech you. All I ever wanted was to devote my not insignificant supplies of valor and chivalry to the cause of good. I rode here hoping that I could fight alongside Prince Howard of Howcastle and prove my worth. But it was not to be. Frankly, I care not a fig for the prince now. He can jolly well fend for himself. I say, you don't happen to know anyone who's in the market for some of my brand of valor and chivalry, do you? You do? And they're right here? I would be deeply honored to fight alongside you, and I sense my gloopy steed feels similarly. My destiny awaits. Onwards! In the Super Nintendo version, recruiting monsters required a Monster Master and finding one of the few monsters out in the overworld that you could recruit to have join your party. The DS version does not do that. Instead, in order to recruit monsters, what you need to do is, actually, you can only recruit certain named slime monsters that you could find across the world, and all you really need to do is talk to them. You don't even need a Monster Master, and in fact, a Monster Master cannot recruit enemies in the remake versions anyway. The first one we can really get our hands on right now is Gawain, and that's why we've had the slime Gooniform and things like that available to us, because, well, they're Gawain's equipment, or slime monster equipments, so that's why we've been able to access them. I'm not going to be using Gawain in this game, and I'm not going to be using any of the slime members, party members, for the main plot, anyway, at all. I don't like a lot of the monster party members in Dragon Quest games because they don't tend to be very engaging or enjoyable party members in terms of the plot. Like, if you speak to them with a party talk, they just kind of say their own typical things. So, I'm going to be ignoring Gawain's presence in this game for the most part. There are things that only Gawain or other slime members can do later on that I'll be getting to. And when I get to a situation like that, that's when I will start grinding for Gawain. But, and even then, I might just not do that. I don't know. It's probably more optimal for me to do something about him right now, but I want to move on and head on to the next town first before I start dealing with Gawain's job classes, because monsters, like Gawain, can actually take on job classes too. Next time on Let's Play Dragon Quest VI, we're going to head in through this shrine now that we have the magic key, and we're going to see what's on the other side. See you guys then!